welcome back to Kidz Online. I'm so super excited to chat to you guys today. But before I start, my name is Aiken, and I know some of your faces, but I don't know all of you. So on three, I want you to shout your name out super, super, super loud. Okay, so on three, I want you to shout your name. Wow, I heard so many of your names. That's so cool. You guys have such cool names. So before I start with my lesson or my really cool story, I want to ask you a question. Do you remember last week it rained a lot and it was cold and we spent our whole days inside drinking hot chocolate under blankets and we couldn't go outside because else our feet would get wet, our shoes would get wet, it was cold. Do you remember that? I remember it because I sat inside the whole time. But look now, it's super sunny, it's nice and warm outside, I can hear all the birds and there's some flies flying with me and I've got a bee next to me. And how cool is that? It's sun is shining now. But I'm going to start with my story. So my story is Noah and the ark, and that's actually my favorite Bible story ever. So it started where one day God was really sad because he was looking at earth and saw that people were doing so many bad things. They didn't know how to do any good things anymore. So he decided this needs to stop. He needs people to do good things, so he's going to teach them a lesson. But there was one guy who was really good, and his name was Noah. And he followed God, and he always showed people God's love. And he told Noah, you know what, Noah, I'm going to make a covenant with you. And a covenant is a promise with an agreement. So he promised Noah that he would keep his family safe while he flooded the earth. So God made a promise to Noah and said, Noah, I will keep you, your wife, and your kids safe as long as you build a boat. So Noah spent hours and hours and hours building this humongous boat made of wood. And once he was finished making the boat, God told him, Noah, you have to fill that boat up with animals. So Noah had to find 2 animals of every kind to fill up his boat. So he had giraffes and horses and birds and bees and lions, so many cool different animals filling his ark. Imagine how stinky that was. Big boat filled with animals. So God put all the animals and Noah and his family in the ark, and he decided that he's going to make it rain. So it rained for months and months and months, and they couldn't go outside the ark because it was just raining. So they were busy floating over earth. There was a lot of rain that was flooded, and after 40 days and 40 nights, it stopped raining. And Noah sent out a little bird, a dove, to go check if they can go outside because they've been inside their boat for a very, very long time. So he sent out a little bird, and the bird came back with a little leaf. And Noah knew that if there was a leaf, it meant that trees were growing. So the water was starting to go down. And after 40 days and 40 nights, the earth finally dried up. And Noah and his family was allowed to go back to their home. But it would only happen because God made a promise to them. God promised Noah that once the earth is dried up, he's going to show a beautiful rainbow. So every time you in your house or outside your house and you see a rainbow, you have to think, oh, that was Noah, God's promise to Noah, that he would keep him safe, and we can always trust God because every time you see this beautiful rainbow, you have to think of God. How amazing is that? So God's promises are always true. So if he promises something to you, it will always come true. That is amazing. So I've got something really exciting for you guys. So tomorrow, Hannah's going to make something cool with you. She's going to make flapjacks. Rainbow flapjacks. How cool is that? So when she tells you tomorrow to bring all your ingredients to make it with you, you have to go fetch all of it. And she's going to make yummy, scrumptious, delicious rainbow flapjacks with you guys. How amazing is that? I wish I had rainbow flapjacks. Maybe I should watch tomorrow and make flapjacks with her. How cool is that? Okay, so I want you guys to go have the best day ever. And remember, you're making rainbow flapjacks tomorrow. Bye, guys.